Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are lucky because I had my day off today. So, update with SP Mother effing X. As you guys can see, we're still bullish. We're still very bullish. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to show you back on the trend lines. Daily trend lines, right there. Right there. As you can see, we recently broke it, but we've been playing around those prices for a while. That's one of the things that I said, told the homie that it would do. So now we're gonna go to 12-hour candle. It was Friday. We closed Friday here, and this has been Sunday, Monday. So look, 8-hour candle. I'm gonna go directly to the 1-hour candle. So this is the daily trend line that we've been on, alright? I know it's too many colors, too many lines, just ignore them. Since this trend line got already canceled, I'm going to take it off, but this was the current trend line that it was on. Not the monthly or the daily, just the current one. I think it was a 4-hour candle trend line. It was a 4-hour trend line that I had. Watch. I showed them my other videos. From here to finally breaking it. Alright, so I'm going to take that off since it already happened. The one that's still active, or it's not active but it can still be saved, is this daily one right here, which I'm going to put to the front. Same with this one. So I was slacking it on this one. We'll go back to a 1-hour candle. I told the homie last night to pay attention to this 1-hour Fibonacci and to this 2 and 3 hour. This is the 2 and 3 hours, the same one, same Fibonacci right here. So since you have 2 Fibonacci in this area right here, it was going to be very hard to pass through it. Not just that, you broke a daily trend line, so getting above that trend line is going to be hard. And not just that, this is where we end up closing, I want to say, yeah. This is where we end up closing. And as you can see, we've pretty much been playing inside of this box right here. And we currently had a drop throughout last night, like I told you guys. This was Sunday. Sunday, we ended up opening low. I told you guys that most likely we're gonna go and touch the 50, just because if the market would have opened bad, the market would have had this drop, and I mentioned on my videos. So Friday, Sunday. So this will be close Sunday. We opened. When we opened, we went all the way down here. But then within a couple of minutes, this one right here, Sunday, yeah, see, so this happened within minutes, like 3-5 minutes, probably 5-10 minutes. It started buying up and going back up in the same area where it started, indicating to me that it already tested the low. Because think about it, we close a 4-hour candle at 6 p.m. Since we broke through this weekly, which is where we closed, and it's a weekly, so it's very hard, it'll make sense for the market to break through all that, hold this position right here, because we closed a 4-hour candle at 6. Since our market opens at 3, it'll make then sense for the market to close here, hold here at 3, and then hold here till like 4 o'clock. That way 5 and 6 and have a hard time breaking on up, struggle in this 50 area right here, and then go back down and whatnot. But since the market is waiting for the Fed, that's why it also didn't make sense. And if it would have dropped as it opened, I would have then waited at around 3:45 to 4:30 to see the correction, or to see if we were gonna hold in the area. And if not, then I would just have to wait then till 7:45 to 8:30 to then see if it wants to break through and go back up now, because at some point it's going to because of the Fed. And if not, then I would just wait till 11:45, 12:30, and so on. Then the next time would have been again 3:45 to 3:30. But it didn't. It ended up going all the way up. I was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna go now for the 50, for the 1 hour 50. And that what it did. You see them bounce up. Didn't even go for the 50, but the 50 is right there. Actually, I believe I did. I thought I did. Didn't? Yeah, right here. Yeah, I did. That's what I thought. I was like, what? Didn't? And that's where I took my profit. Took my profit here. Then after this, just something common to then go back down to the same area. And again, to the whole, okay, it's going to go down. That's, when I was seeing this, I was like, hey, hold up. Hold up. Don't go for a sell yet. Don't go for a sell. Yeah, it's dropping, but don't go for a sell. Wait up till later on. I told the homie 11:45, 12:30 to wait for that time. But see, as I was watching it, I went for a sell just because I knew, since it was 10 o'clock. What time was it? Right here. 11 o'clock. No, right here, 10 o'clock. I went for a sell. I think I went for a sell somewhere here. Here or here. And as I recuperate, I closed my trade, which it was nothing, because I knew I was going to try to go back up, because it was barely 10 o'clock and your 11:45, 12:30 was still coming, so that was going to give the other push. And you can see, by then I was already asleep. Your 12 o'clock goes for it, gets rejected. You would have gone to your 50-minute candle, and you would have seen that the 50 is right here. Actually, no, my bad. Ignore that. So if it was dropping, the thing, see, because so I ended up going on a buy around 11. No, I forgot what time I went on a buy. I think I went on a buy around 11:30 or 12, I think. And as the market started dropping, I took it out. I think minus $50. So then, once it was doing that, I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna complete. It's gonna complete the drop, and it's gonna go for this, the trend line. This trend line is the point I told you guys. So it's either gonna break the trend line, hold the position, or it's gonna do this. It's gonna test the trend line, because again, it's all about timing. Notice how it started dropping at 3 in the morning. You remember how I told you guys 3:45 to 4:30. 3:30, 3:30, 3:45, 4, and then right here, my mindset would have been, hey, the market's about to open, so go for a buy now. It's not gonna keep dropping. It's gonna go for a buy because Powell's way at 11:30. You got the data coming at 6:45, so this is gonna be your lowest point for right now. You would have gone for a buy right here. Hold after the market opens. The market opened at 6:30. This would have been your area to pay attention to hold back or to close. So after seeing this, okay, the market opened. I see this 7, and I see 7 do this. I gotta hold still. 7:45 to 4:30. I mean 7:45 to 8:30. And then the moment I would have seen this go back up here, I would have gone for a buy right here. Because that's what the 50 Fibonacci is at. So that's hard. Notice how that's where it was having hard breaking through. So what I got right here for a buy. I know that this is gonna be my next area, so this is gonna be the struggling area right here. I know it's gonna struggle. So again, I'm just gonna pay attention to 845 to see where we close at 845. But seeing how Powell's gonna attack, I believe it's gonna be very volatile here. I don't really see it shooting at well, actually I do see it shooting, but it's gonna be volatile. I don't believe it's gonna be very clean, just because it's still way too early. And I don't believe it's gonna shoot through all this. Well, actually, I could see it doing it. The market, especially because the last day of the month, the anticipation of the Fed. What is he gonna say? Is he gonna say something good? So I could see it, but I could see this later on, being here around 10 o'clock. I don't see this going up here real quick, and so um, so yeah. So this, I know it's gonna be the next time. That's why I put this red box right, because I knew it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna act like a support, or it's gonna act like a resistance. Um, what else, you guys? What else? So see how it's retracing right there. So your 1 hour Fibonacci, also pay attention to where the 1 hour Fibonacci's are. Still in the same area. Your 15 still in the same area. So if anything, you need to hold down, hold this position, go back up, or just hold this, especially this box. You want to see 8:45, 9 o'clock, so close here at 10, inside this box right here, which is very important. Ay, cosita. And that's it, folks. Let me see. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Nasdaq. Come on, puto. Hurry the fuck up. There you go. Got to mark down 12-hour candle. Ooh. Very interesting how you have these three 12-hour candles closing the same area inside this box, which now is going to turn yellow because of the 12-hour candle. Very important how it's holding above the day that it closed to. You see how even the Nasdaq closed right inside of this box? That's what these boxes are important, you guys. Indicators. So then if I would have seen where SPX was, and I would have seen what the Nasdaq was at, and so since they were synchronized, I could have then gone on the Nasdaq to make more money than I would have done on the SPX, especially for an easy sweet move like that, because you're in the sweet spot. It's 3-4 o'clock. The market is opening at 6:30. You see, especially with the lines, the trend lines, the boxes. To me, all it would have been, yo, gonna buy, buddy, gonna buy. All right. Then for a candle. Jeez, that would have been a sweet ass fucking move. Sweet ass fucking move. You would have been looking at the SPX to check where it was at, like I said, and go for a fucking buy. Hell yeah. 4 o'clock. Again, because the market opened at 6:30, so that's see, normally the market starts reversing when it's dropping throughout the night. It'll start reversing, especially if it's something you're looking forward to. If it's something where the market's not sure of and is scared of, the market tends to drop right before it, or just not even move when it's time to move, like 3 or 4 o'clock. What it'll just sustain this lower pressure and just keep pressuring down. So the fact that you actually would have this 5-hour candle here go up, that's what you wanted, but you really want to catch it inside this. Watch, I can tell you, yeah. You can see you can see how it creates support above there. So this was the area to go for a sweep buy, but then you had this other fear shit right here. That's after the news came out. So you would have just catch the drag from the market opening. And then you would have take your profit, because after the market opens and the market, does this bullshit right here and then corrects itself around 7:45 to 8:30, and then it goes continue with the move. You see how now, even though it's going down, it's making this upper trend, and it's trying to stay with it, above it. So that's what you want. If it breaks through here, then it'll struggle, go down, bullshit. But then remember that around 9 o'clock, you should see it continue going up because of Powell. I'm gonna let you go. I gotta take a shit. This is Brian Seacrest signing the mother effing out.